Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me. On this episode of Build Your Own, we're going to build, price, and option a 2020 Range Rover Evoque R-Dynamic SE, as well as learn about the features and other configurations. Before we do, however, I just want to remind you that if you find this build and price review helpful, informative, or entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. The original Land Rover Range Rover Evoque was a rather offbeat SUV. It was small and sporty and generally put style ahead of utility. It was even available as a two-door or a two-door convertible, two body styles pretty much unheard of for this class of vehicle. For the redesigned 2020 Evoque, Land Rover has gone less offbeat and more mainstream, but not so much to make the Evoque generic. Inside, the 2020 Range Rover Evoque features a new optional dual-screen infotainment display that uses the same setup as its big brother, the Velar. The interior surfaces are of higher quality, and the cabin has grown thanks to a small increase in wheelbase and vehicle dimensions. The main difference you'll notice is the additional rear seat legroom. For power, the Evoque continues to have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. However, there's a newly available upgraded version that comes with a 48-volt mild hybrid system to help boost fuel economy a bit and generate nearly 300 horsepower. And to enhance the off-road prowess that Land Rover is known for, the Evoque now gets the brand's sophisticated Terrain Response 2 system that gives it an edge over most luxury crossovers when the pavement ends. The 2020 Land Rover Range Rover Evoque is still distinctive, just like the first generation model was, but this time around, it's a lot easier to recommend thanks to its more appealing mix of utility, off-road capability, and features. The 2020 Land Rover Range Rover Evoque is a subcompact luxury SUV available in 6 trim levels: S, SE, First Edition, R-Dynamic S, R-Dynamic SE, and R-Dynamic HSE. The S and SE come pretty well equipped, and the R-Dynamic versions add sportier exterior styling and a more powerful engine. If you want a fully loaded Evoque, look at the First Edition or the R-Dynamic HSE. I say go with one of the Evoque's R-Dynamic trim levels. They get the turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine paired with the 48-volt mild hybrid system that provides a desirable boost in power and fuel economy. The base R-Dynamic S has plenty of standard equipment, but consider the R-Dynamic SE, which, as you can see, has a starting price of $55,800. It gets the dual 10-inch screens and the Evoque's parking assist systems. Okay, let's jump into this build-in price review of our 2020 Range Rover Evoque R-Dynamic SE. We're going to start off by taking a look at the gallery. They have, looks like Land Rover, Range Rover, they have 10 beautiful high-resolution pictures for us to look at. Before we start going through them, let me say this before I forget. I did a review of the 2019 Range Rover Sport HSE Dynamic. If you're interested in that, I'm going to go ahead and put a link up in the corner right now. Okay, so look, check this out. This is a shot of the interior of the 2020 Range Rover Evoque, showing the eucalyptus fiber textile, which is available in a variety of color combinations, they tell us. That first photo here was them showing the high-definition 10-inch touchscreens that provide flexibility and efficiency. So there's one here, and then I think this whole instrument cluster is also a high-def. Well, I don't know if it's a touchscreen, so maybe I'm wrong there. We'll find out going forward. Here's another shot of the interior. I'm not really crazy about that particular eucalyptus, whatever they call it. Give me leather. That's what I'm saying. Give me leather. Here's, what does this say? They're talking about features here. I don't really want to talk about features right now because we're going to actually check the features and everything, so it'll be a little bit redundant. So we're just going to enjoy the photos real fast. If you want to take a look at that little snippet of information, you're more than welcome to, of course. It's gorgeous in here. I see a wireless phone charger back behind here. Very nice vehicle. I see a lot of ambient lighting, which is what they're talking about. They say there's 10 colors of that, as a matter of fact. That 10-inch infotainment or 10-inch touchscreen is gorgeous. It's gorgeous how it's laid in there. It's pretty nice. They're showing a shot of the shifter. They call it a sport shift selector. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Here they're showing that panoramic roof. We don't know if that's an available feature or if it's a standard feature that's available even on the base model. We might find that out going forward. Here is, wow, check it out. It says new touchscreen and capacitive controls. Yeah, it's really gorgeous here. Gloss black panels. It's very attractive in this vehicle. One more photo to look at. Yep, the Touch Pro 10-inch touchscreen. Yep. The R-Dynamic SE, which we are building and pricing, does come with this screen as standard. So we've got this covered. Okay, so we went through the gallery. We got a nice little look at what the interior and the exterior of the 2020 Range Rover Evoques looks like. Now let's talk features. They want to talk about design features. We can see the ribbon down here. Design features, technology features, capability features, versatility, performance, comfort and convenience, safety, and sustainability features. So there's a lot of features Land Rover wants to tell us about this new Range Rover Evoque. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through all those features. After we go through those features, then we're going to do our build and price of our 2020 Range Rover Evoque in the R-Dynamic SE trim. So let's get started. Well, the first thing they want to talk about is the exterior design. And we've already taken a look at the gallery, so that's a perfect thing to look at next. They're saying that they have fewer lines, cleaner surfaces, and a high level of precision. They have flush deployable door handles, optional 21-inch wheels, premium LED headlights with signature daytime running lights, and yeah, it is very attractive. I love the big wheels. I actually like the design. I think you can see the flush deployable door handles right here. That's a nice shot of them right there. Here they're talking about the interior design. They're talking about their contemporary materials that ensure a tailored and compelling interior. Windsor leather and some other premium wool blends. I can't pronounce that word. And eucalyptus fiber textiles are just some of the options available to finish the Range Rover Evoque. You know what? Give me the Windsor leather. I'll be happy with that. Now, like I said in the beginning of this intro, yeah, we're going to do a build and price on the 2020 Range Rover Evoque R-Dynamic SE, but I said that we were going to also learn about the other configurations along the way. Well, we're along the way. Here's an other configuration. This one's called the First Edition. It features exclusive touches like 20-inch wheels, and they're 5 split-spoke style 5079. You get illuminated tread plates and a graded linear dark aluminum trim finisher with First Edition script. The exterior is available in Nolita Gray, Soul Pearl Silver, and Yulong White. All right, now here are some other technology features that relate directly to us and our R-Dynamic SE trim level, right? They're talking about this Touch Pro Duo. It's optional, but it's standard on the Range Rover Evoque R-Dynamic SE. Dual high-definition 10-inch touchscreens. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's see, what do they say? Additional features, it can do navigation on one screen while interacting with additional features such as climate or media via the lower screen. Very cool. Then there's also this interactive driver display here, this instrument cluster. I can see digital speedometer. It looks real nice. It says, with high resolution and pin-sharp graphics, the optional high-definition 12.3-inch interactive driver display presents driving information, entertainment, and active safety data, including navigation, phone, and the media clearly. Yeah, it looks like really high resolution. The graphics look great. The resolution looks fantastic. And you've got a picture of your car right in the middle. Let's explore some more technology of this infotainment system. I want to really dig down into this and know everything this new 2020 Range Rover Evoque can do. Let's see. So this Touch Pro Duo has what? Online media. It says you can listen to your favorite music, radio, and podcasts on the move. So that's pretty cool. It has this says link your Deezer and TuneIn accounts to the Land Rover In Control portal. I don't know what Deezer and TuneIn is, but you might. And so, yeah, you can connect that. There's also this Navigation Pro. They talk about what? Live traffic updates and search are readily at your fingertips with optional Navigation Pro and Connect Pro. Save your favorite places, use multi-touch gestures to explore maps, and keep up to date with Map Care. Other technology features, two of my favorite things. You've got the Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto. So the smartphone package, That's standard on all models of the 2020 Range Rover Evoque, and that features Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Got it. Perfect. And then over there on the right, one of my favorite things. Oh, hang on a second. We got the heads-up display. Perfect. Displays key data, including speed, gear position, navigation directions, all that on the windshield. Crystal clear, full-color, high-res graphics right up on the windshield. Here they're going to tell us about this leather-wrapped multi-function steering wheel that incorporates media and phone controls. And for a sportier look, the R-Dynamic steering wheel features perforated leather palm grips. There's also a remote app. So it says precondition the climate, lock, unlock, or locate your vehicle and track your journeys from your smartphone or smartwatch. Compatible with most smartphones, Android Wear, or Apple Watch. So there's a remote app for the 2020 Range Rover Evoque that can do all those things like lock and unlock your vehicle and track your journeys and all that. Well, here in another area, they're telling us that the Range Rover Evoque is equipped with your Land Rover in-control infotainment system, Touch Pro, as standard. I think I was wondering that before. Now we know. Over here, they're talking about something about this rear view mirror, saying innovation, clear sight interior rear view mirror and clear sight ground view are both first for Land Rover. They provide a clear line of sight for normally obstructed views, delivering greater levels of confidence, etc., when driving off-road or challenging urban situations. Let's talk capability for this 2020 Range Rover Evoque. They're saying that this thing has exceptional ground clearance at 8.35 inches, and it's got a 30.6 degree departure angle. I'm not an off-road person, so I can't tell you if that's super awesome or not. Combined with Terrain Response 2, which is the optional clear sight ground view, and the Sports Command driving position, enhance the off-road capabilities of the Range Rover Evoque. The reality is that probably most people buying a Range Rover Evoque will never see off-road ever unless they have a gravel driveway. Wow, look how impressive that is. Weighting. It says ultrasonic sensors, because we got to remember that this is a Land Rover underneath, so it's beautiful, but it's still hardcore. That's what I like about it. Ultrasonic sensors located in the side mirrors detect and alert you should the water's current depth approach 23.6 inches. So you know this thing can wade in water, and it's actually paying attention to if you're getting to where its red line is. So that's pretty cool. Look at that trailer. What a funny looking trailer. At any rate, towing. What can the 2020 Range Rover Evoque tow? It says it can tow up to 3,968 pounds. That's how much it can tow. They don't say, well, that's going to probably be with the top tier engine and probably with the mild hybrid system that can tow that amount of weight. Okay, let's talk storage versatility. Says the increased Range Rover Evoque storage options can easily adapt to suit your needs. The front door bins now have a combined capacity of 4.8 liters, more than enough space to keep your essentials, water, and light snacks easily at hand. Range Rover has something that's called the Active Key, which is pretty cool. I think I discovered this Active Key when I was reviewing the 2019 Range Rover Sport. At any rate, the optional Active Key is, they say, a robust, fully waterproof wearable wristband. Simply leave your keys in the vehicle and use your Active Key to lock and unlock your Range Rover Evoque. That's pretty awesome, actually. I like that. Let's talk about the all-wheel drive system. Continuing on talking about capability for this 2020 Evoque. So apparently, this all-wheel drive system will give you confidence on or off-road, on slippery surfaces such as grass and snow. Torque can be balanced between the front and rear wheels to improve the traction. This they were showing us in the gallery. This is what? Clear sight ground view. With optional clear sight ground view, you can effectively see through the hood and display multiple exterior views, including the vehicle's underside and wheels as you drive. That could probably come in handy in a variety of situations. Here, they're just talking about this Terrain Response 2 all-wheel drive system, and they're not really saying much about it, except that it has 5 driving modes and that it monitors the driving conditions and takes the system to the next level by selecting the most suitable driving mode for you. All right, so look at this versatility. So they're showing us something here. Let's find out what it is. So they're going to show us cargo capacity of the 2020 Range Rover Evoque. In this configuration, you've got all the 5 seats. If it's set up for everybody to sit in the car, in the vehicle, then you only have 21.5 cubic feet. Now, if you have 4 seats set up, now that bumps you up to 33.1 cubic feet of cargo space. Now, if you put 3-seat setup configuration, now you got 38.9 cubic feet. And if you fold down that whole second row altogether, now you have an altogether 50.5 cubic feet of space. Now, what would be cool is if they showed you with this passenger seat also folded down, how much additional cargo space you might have there. So talking about their engines real fast, they say their engines are called Ingenium gas engines, which are designed for clean and efficient combustion, helping reduce fuel consumption and CO2 emissions. And then I already was talking about that mild hybrid system. They call it MHEV, which harvests and stores energy normally lost during deceleration and deploys it during acceleration. Apparently, the 2020 Range Rover Evoque features an active drive line, and this will give you greater levels of traction, stability, and composure in challenging road conditions. It says when required, this active drive line controls drive torque distribution to each rear wheel. So it's basically controlling the torque of the vehicle, so that way you don't have as much wheel slip and you have actual traction and you can get in and out of situations. Now, what's up with this? Configurable dynamics. This is optional. This is a function that allows you to configure the throttle mapping, the gearbox shift points, steering settings, and suspension in your Range Rover Evoque to suit your driving needs. Hey, let's talk safety features for our 2020 Range Rover Evoque. We can see that there's the latch system. This is for car seats and child safety seats and all that. Every manufacturer has to feature the latch. So, yeah, they're showing us that, but that has to be standard on every vehicle. It doesn't matter what it is. Then you've got airbags. It says the Range Rover Evoque is equipped with a comprehensive system of driver and passenger airbags. And then they're talking about this dynamic stability control. It says this reduces engine torque and applies braking to the appropriate wheels to correct the vehicle's direction of travel by counteracting understeer or oversteer. You know, my takeaway with Range Rover is they have a lot of systems in place to help control wheel slip and things like that. So I can see how a vehicle like this might give you a lot of driving confidence, and the vehicle is low and wide, so it probably handles really, really well. And so when you combine that all together, you got a really fun vehicle, I think. What other safety features are there? There's driving systems. And it says what? The Range Rover Evoque uses the latest safety technologies, including electronic brake force distribution, which automatically varies the braking force to each axle in order to reduce stopping distance while still maintaining stability and the vehicle's ability to steer. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. They got a lot of systems in place to keep this thing in control. Then over here, next to it, they've got emergency brake assist. And so this understands when the brakes are applied quickly but without the necessary force to improve stopping performance. It boosts brake pressure to help you stop in time. That's what that is. It's a brake booster. So what do they have to say about sustainability? They say premium textiles, mild hybrid technology, and that this vehicle, the 2020 Evoque, is sustainable by design. So what are they saying over here with the textiles? Let's start over here on the left. It says responsibly sourced seat material options include eucalyptus fiber, some kind of premium wool blends, and Dynamica suede cloth, which is produced from recycled polyester plastics. I know I don't want that now. How about the mild hybrid technology? We know about this. This is what helps the engine make 300 horsepower, right? This system harvests and stores energy that you normally lose during deceleration and intelligently redeploys it to assist with engine efficiency. It incorporates an enhanced stop-start system that enables the engine to shut down while the vehicle decelerates. And then over here on the right, they're saying that that the Range Rover Evoque received a full life cycle assessment and was designed to be 85% recyclable and reusable and 95% recoverable at the end of its life. Recycled materials have been used in the Range Rover Evoque wherever possible. We're just running through a few other things. They've got lots of Range Rover has a lot of things they want to tell us about this vehicle. Here's some more capability things. We're just going to talk about it super fast. There's a low traction launch. There's a hill descent control. There's a gradient release control. Whatever this, which helps control acceleration on a steep incline after you release the brake. I mean, it's hardcore. There's an advanced tow assist. This is optional, which helps the driver control the direction of the trailer when reversing. There's wade sensing, which we already learned about. And then there's all-terrain progress control, which is a state-of-the-art system that enables you to set and maintain a steady speed in challenging conditions. Operating like a conventional cruise control system, all-terrain progress control works between 1 and 18 miles an hour. Here are some standard driver aids for our 2020 Range Rover Evoque R-Dynamic SE, and I guess, well, for all the configurations. There's emergency braking, there's lane keep assist, there's front and rear parking aid, and there's a rear camera. So what's this? These are some options here. They're talking about park assist options that they call package options, and they call this park package. So there's a park assist package that consists of 4 features. Park assist makes parallel and perpendicular parking easier by steering the vehicle. There's a 360 parking aid. There's a rear traffic monitor. That's more like rear cross traffic alert. If you're at the grocery store, you're backing out. That's what that's all about. It's paying attention to the cars that are passing you. This clear exit monitor is pretty cool. If you're exiting out on the traffic side, this thing helps passengers as they exit by warning of approaching hazards such as passing vehicles and cyclists. That's really cool. I like that feature. Then they have some drive packages, the adaptive cruise control. You've got the blind spot assist. You've got a high-speed emergency braking. Okay, real quick, let's talk comfort and convenience. And then I think we're going to be ready to do our build and price. So what are they talking about? Oh, yeah, here's our answer. The panoramic roof, that is not standard. That is optional. And it's available as either fixed or sliding. All right, that's cool there. Over here, they're talking about the optional powered gestured tailgate, which enables you to open or close the tailgate without needing to physically touch the Range Rover Evoque, because you can just, well, kick your foot under the bumper. I like the split armrest, helping to maximize front passenger comfort. Each split sliding armrest can be operated independently. And then over there on the right, they are talking about the configurable ambient lighting. It's an optional feature, and it has 10 colors that you can select from. Okay, real quick before we actually jump to the build and price, this is a page that just talks about the new Range Rover Evoque R-Dynamic. And it'll tell us, well, we're going to take a look at the SE because that's the one we're looking at, and it's going to tell us what the SE, some of its key features. Well, it features those 20-inch wheels that are style 5079. The 2020 Range Rover Evoque R-Dynamic SE features premium LED headlights with signature daytime running lights that combine distinctive design and practical capability. Also includes auto high beam assist, which is cool. The Range Rover Evoque R-Dynamic SE for 2020 features 14-way adjustable powered seats available in grain leather, which is what we want, or optional eucalyptus textile and ultra fabrics. The memory function stores up to 3 preferred seating positions. Well, we already know that the Touch Pro Duo is standard. That's standard on every Range Rover Evoque. And then there's the Land Rover sound system. It's got a 180-watt Land Rover sound system, delivers crisp audio performance from 6 speakers. Doesn't sound like a banging system, but that's fine. Over there, oh, there's a park package. Park and maneuver more easily, smoothly drive in and out of tight spaces that are obscured by vehicles and other objects. Okay, now we are ready to actually build and price our 2020 Range Rover Evoque R-Dynamic SE. So that said, let's jump into it. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is select R-Dynamic, right, for the R2020 Evoque, which has a starting price of $46,600. Now, I'm sure we're going to be able to choose our trim package so we can get the SE, but the first thing they want us to do is say, what engine do we want? I don't know why they're asking us because, well, there's only one engine. It's the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that makes 296 horsepower. It's turbocharged. 296 horsepower, makes 295 pound-feet of torque. This engine gets 21 miles to the gallon in the city, 26 miles to the gallon on the highway. Combined fuel economy is 23 miles to the gallon. This vehicle will do 150 miles an hour. and it'll do 0 to 60 in 6.3 seconds. So yeah, we're going to select that engine. Seems like it's the only one to select. Okay, now here we go. Now we can choose our R-Dynamic SE, and now that's going to bump our price up to $51,150. So yep, now we got that, and now they want us to choose the colors. Well, we hadn't had a chance to look at the colors anywhere, so let's go through the colors first. There's a Fuji white, there's a Narvik black, and for metallic paints, because these are solid paints up here, they have no metallic flake in them. We've got this Indus silver, this Firenze red, this Santorini black. There's this some kind of stone color, the Yulong white. There's the Sol Pearl silver, and then there's this Eiger gray. I'm not really crazy about any of these colors, to be quite honest with you. I'm not really crazy about any of the colors. And because I'm not crazy about any of the colors, I don't want to pay extra for a color. So let's just keep it simple. We're going to do an all black one. Let's do an all black 2020 Range Rover Evoque R-Dynamic SE. All right, so we've done that. Oh, they do have some premium paints. They got what? They have a Carpathian gray, and then they have a silicone silver. Again, they're not that great to me. Certainly not worth all that extra money. So we're going to stick with the Narvik black. Keep that simple. Let's move on to the next step. The next step is this visual package. Do we want this black exterior package? What does it give us? It gives us quite a few things in gloss black, mind you. The Range Rover hood script, the grille, the body colored front bumper. Well, you know what? Our vehicle is black, so we're going to just really have a triple black, because our interior is also going to be black. It's just $660. Sounds kind of fun. It's just a visual upgrade package. So yeah, now let's move on to wheels. Let's go next and do wheels. Okay, well, we're kind of building on the theme here, and I normally don't like black wheels, but since we've already chosen a black vehicle, I did the black visual package for this. Let's go ahead and choose these 20-inch style 5079 split spoke wheels in the gloss black. Are there any other wheels? Oh, wait, there are. There are some 21-inch wheels, but they show an orange, which means there's probably some kind of conflict. Yeah, what do we need to do? To get these I like the way they set this up. To get these particular black wheels, we'd have to add the adaptive dynamics package for $715. I don't really like this style of wheel. I actually like this style of wheel, but these wheels are bigger. And just off of that, I do want the 21-inch wheel. I think it'll have a better effect. So let's go with the 21-inch wheel. That just cost us, quite a bit of money. We can see up here in the corner that we're sitting at $54,820. Let's move on to the next step, which would be the roof, because we can have a contrasting roof color, I guess. And so what do we want to do? Now, we have body colored as standard, and then we can't do a black contrast roof because, well, guess what? We actually, no, we can't do that. We don't want to do that. Body colored roof. There we go. Whoa, how did that change our color like that? Let me go fix the color. Okay, colored fixed. Let's see what it looks like with a silver contrast roof. That might look interesting. That breaks up all the black a little bit. Let's do the silver contrast roof. I actually like that. It's a $410 upgrade. I don't really care about that, but it seems kind of cool. Now, do we want a panoramic roof in this bad boy? Do we want the fixed panel or the sliding? I don't think I want a roof at all, actually. I just want to have the standard roof. I'm not really into it. Let's leave it as a standard roof. Let's move on to the headlights, whatever they're going to be asking about there. So, well, I guess we have the premium LED headlights with the signature daytime running lights. We have that as standard. Now, to that, we can add front fog lights for $175. So, yep, we'll take the front fog lights. And do we want the headlight power washer system? I'm not going to use that, so I'm going to say no. We'll skip over that. Okay, next up, let's talk interior and all its options. So what do they have to show us here? We've got some options here. We can do perforated Windsor leather seats, and then there's this deep garnet ebony perforated Windsor leather. I don't think I want to do any red. I want to keep it kind of simple. Here's the ebony grain leather seats with ebony interior, are all black. Now we can bump that up to this perforated leather interior that's Windsor leather. Let's go ahead and, well, if we click that, there's some kind of conflict here. To do that, we'd have to, they're going to remove the 14-way seats if we want to do this, and then add the 16-way seats with memory, the extended leather upgrade, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, I want to have the special Windsor leather, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We've got the Windsor leather. What else do we have? We've got the 16-way seats. Do we want the 16-way heated electronic memory front seats? Do we want heated seats? Yeah, let's go ahead and make that heated seats as well. We don't need heated headrests. Do we want the, well, maybe we want the 16-way heated and cooled electric memory front seats with heated rear seats. I guess I should have read ahead. Yeah, but I'm learning this real time with you. You'd be kind of doing the same thing. So, yeah, we want that. I don't think I want the massage features or anything like that. I think we can kind of stop there. We have the extended leather upgrade. Now, what is the full extended leather upgrade? What else does that give us? That gives us Windsor leather on the mid-instrument panel topper, door top, roll-uppers, and lowers. I don't think it's worth it. You know, it sounds kind of appealing, but we're already sitting at $59,000. We're just under $60,000. We still have a lot to go through, and so yeah, I don't want to spend the extra $2,000 right now. We're definitely not doing any of that eucalyptus seats or any of this other suede cloth stuff. We've got the interior that we want. So let's go on to the next step, which is the headliner, apparently. Now, what do we want to do with our headliner? The headliner, we can do the ebony suede cloth, which sounds really appealing to me. I want the suede cloth headliner. It's $1,000, but it's nice. Now, what's this finisher? Are they talking about the wood? Yeah, they're talking about the wood. Now, what do they have? Now, this is the gradated linear dark aluminum. It's a no-cost option. I don't think any of the wood really looks good. Let's see what this natural umber ash veneer looks like. That looks okay. Actually, I think it looks a little bit better. I actually like burl walnut, but they don't offer that. So we're going to go with the natural umber ash veneer. And let's go to steering wheels, because apparently there might be more than one option. Yeah. There's the perforated soft grain leather steering wheel with Atlas bezel, and then you get one with suede. I don't think we need that on this SUV. We'll leave this $300 wheel. Do we want a heated steering wheel? Yes, we want a heated steering wheel, and we want electronically adjustable steering column versus the manual. So that's an additional $510. No, and we don't want the suede cloth one, like I said. So we're good on the steering wheel that we have. Let's go to the display. Do we want the heads-up display? Yeah, the answer to that is yes. All day long, the answer to that is yes. And then finally, there's audio for the interior. There's the Meridian sound system for $350, and then there's the Meridian sound system for $800. Now, this 350 system gives you 10 speakers and deep bass, and this $800 system gives you 14 speakers and a lot more. I want the good sound system. I'm into that. All right, so we've gone through all the interior stuff. Looks like when we click next step, it's going to take us over to some options. So let's check that out. Okay, packages. There is the cold climate convenience package and a drive pack. So the cold climate convenience package, heated steering wheel, we already have that. Heated windshield, heated washer jets. I'm not really that worried about it. The drive pack sounds good, though. Blind spot, adaptive cruise control. I like the blind spot assist. If anything, I want it just for that, to be honest with you. But it's a lot of money to pay just for the blind spot assist. We're $62,000. But here's the deal: if you don't get it now, you can't get it later. It's not like you can bring it into the service department and say throw blind spot assist on this. They can't do it. So you do it now or you don't do it. I want it, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff to go through. Wow, you can really customize your Range Rover Evoque, which is kind of cool. So you could do the heated windshield a la carte. I do like that as a la carte. You can do a no powertrain or specification pack. I don't think we need to worry about that. What's this? Additional changes made. What did they want to do? Added heated washer jets. Okay, fine. Throw those on there. Apparently, we got to do that. Okay, let's move to interior features. What do they want to show us? Do we want to get that configurable ambient lighting? Yeah, why not? Why not? Do we want to get the illuminated metal tread plates that say R-Dynamic? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Do we want to get any of these other things? The air quality sensor? Nah, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, let's check out the air quality sensor. Let's get the premium carpet floor mats as well, because that sounds good. And the cargo space storage rails, that's interesting, but no. Cargo space partition net? No, we don't need that either. Okay, now they're saying something called dynamics. We already have adaptive dynamics, and if we don't know what that is, what is it? That delivers both precise dynamics and a supple ride by monitoring wheel position and body movements. The system constantly analyzes acceleration, steering, throttle, and brake pedal activity. The electronically controlled dampers adjust 100 times a second to optimize the suspension settings and provide the optimum balance between comfort, refinement, and agility. Yeah, now we know what it does. Do we want to be able to configure that is the question. Do we want to be able to configure all of that? Enhances either refinement and comfort or the vehicle's performance. Configurable dynamics allows you to configure Range Rover Evoque's throttle mapping, gearbox. Yeah, I want that. I want to be able to do that. That sounds good. It's only $350. What was the additional charge? Adding configurable dynamics will result in the following changes to your build. Yeah, okay. It just seems like it's just $355. So I think we're okay. I think I didn't remove anything. I hope. All right, at any rate, what do we got? The Sirius, now we're on to infotainment stuff. Click and go integrated base unit, which is what? What is that? With the click and go, you can, add tablets and stuff to that. We don't need that. I'm not into the Sirius XM. So let's move on to driver assist technologies. Do we need any of that? Surround view camera? Nah. Well, maybe. Let's throw that on. The weight sensing system? I don't ever plan on being in water that deep, but it's a no-cost option, so throw it on there. Now, they're saying additional charges. Adding weight sensing will result in the following. So, changes of cost of bill. Yeah, all right, well, nothing. All right, perfect. So we want that. Let's move on to safety and security. And what is this? Intrusion sensor. Yeah, that's like an alarm system. Yeah, I want that. Let's move on to convenience. What do we have? The keyless entry system. I want that. The active key. I want that. The power gesture tailgate. Yeah, wow, they're really nickel and diming us, aren't they? What does the power gesture tailgate do? All right, it just costs us another $100. The power socket, nah. Garage door opener home link, that's not included in the vehicle this expensive. Yeah, I want that. And I don't think I'm that sold on the clear sight, so we can skip over the clear sight. Let's move on to towing. Towing. Advanced tow assist. If I owned a 2020 Range Rover Evoque, I'm not towing anything in this thing, to be honest with you. So, no, we're not going to tow. Let's go to the summary then. Let's go to the summary. Okay, so life for our 2020 Range Rover Evoque R-Dynamic SE started life at $51,150. Now, we added almost $16,500 worth of options to get the vehicle that we actually want to drive. So now we're looking at $68,625 out the door. That's what we're looking at for this. And here's the whole breakdown for everything. So, yeah, very cool vehicle. I do like it, but boy, you're going to pay for it. You can be sure. You're going to be sure you're going to pay for the vehicle, but I do like it. So, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I like the 2020 Range Rover Evoque R-Dynamic SE. It's expensive, but it's unique and it's very, very nice. The build quality is nice. The fit and finish is nice. Everything looks cool. If you've made it to the end of this video, you're awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Please like, share, and subscribe as well. I would also appreciate that. Other than that, I'm going to tell you to have a nice day, and I'm going to see you on the very next